everybody. Welcome to the Sporting Spotlight, of course, brought to us by our great mates, Diffusion Australia, and they're expanding all around Australia at the moment. They're in Sydney, they're in Melbourne, they're in Darwin, they're in Adelaide.
Brisbane,
They are the best
They are.
air diffusion company in the world. If you want air conditioning, any form of cooling in your house, heating, these are the guys you need to see.
Yep.
And, of course, he's finally back.
Where have you been?
Where? No, you don't want to go there. Where have I been? Big Bazz Curtin, laid up for a couple of months.
Have been down. I have been down. Yes, I have been down, but
I know you've risen, and there's only one other bloke that did it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And similar popularity.
Yep.
But no, I've been down. I have been
Can't
down.
wait for your book to come out.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he didn't write one.
No, but he had a good one written.
No, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fair point. Might sell a few more copies than mine. Good point. But you.
Mate.
You've
Yes,
been
sir.
away. You've been away because you've been very busy.
Have been.
What I want to know is,
Yep.
you've been with Fagan. You've been with Brisbane. That's what you've been. You've been up there.
Yep.
And you've been gallivanting around Melbourne, playing and all these other things you've been doing.
Yep.
You're not the discipline coach up there, are you? In Brisbane, you haven't got anything to do with that.
I have nothing to do with that. And we don't want to go down that road, mate. I'm still frustrated by it.
You're frustrated about it. Well, looking at all the commentary over the last couple of weeks, that's all I've been doing is laying on my back.
We should explain to the viewers that you've been on your back, sciatic nerve,
Yes,
got an impingement on it, been really painful,
shocking.
and going to get a little bit of surgery done, clean up, then you're good to go. But that's where you've been for the last
That's where
couple
I've
of months.
been. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, and it's been. I think it's about the worst thing I've ever had. It's just been quite staggering how much pain you're in and whatever. But thankfully though, I've got a doctor who had the exact same thing, and so you can.
Yep.
He understands the pain, and he keeps telling me, I know, and they give you various druggery and whatever to try and kill it until you find the right one, which I've found, but doesn't work all day, or it's not the best thing I've ever had. But yeah, and op will clean it up, and it's not a major op. It's not something that's going to put me up or lay me down for 6 months or something like that. He said that after his operation, basically it was next day, and he was fine.
Good
So
to go.
you just got to get that protrusion that's there, that's touching the nerve, away from the nerve.
Right.
That's all you got to do. So sounds easy.
Sounds easy.
But yeah, not
easy.
good. But yeah, well, but I've been wondering about you. I've been wondering about Brisbane. I've been, because they're now written off. They're bottom. They can't win 3 in a row or 4 in a row, whatever they're going for. Carlton have been written off. Geelong can't win. They're gone. They're history. Everybody's gone. Saints, gone.
Amazes me. I was in the car in Brisbane, 45 minutes from Fags' place to Springfield.
Yep.
And we're listening to one of the sports shows. 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It was the most negative. I got out at the end for 45 minutes and said to Fags, I'm never listening to that again.
Yeah.
6 coaches were sacked, players that couldn't play.
Yeah.
If you had to come from overseas and just listen to that show, you go, I'm never going to watch AFL footy in my lifetime if it's that bad. Because that's what it sounded like. And I'm going, there's a lot of good things that happen. It was just all on doom and gloom. I wonder if we're getting to that stage in sport where we just want to be negative to get the listeners to ring in.
And that's
we
the
can't
point,
talk about positive because we don't get as many callers when we're positive.
Yeah.
But you got to mix it up a little bit, don't you?
It's a good
45 minutes, Baz,
Yeah.
of just negativity.
Yeah.
Nothing else. I went,
yeah.
wowee.
But that's all it's been. On
we're
not only
round
that
one.
channel you're watching, you watch all the footy shows. They're all,
all the same.
can Carlton come back? It's round 0. Can Carlton come back? I mean,
So around 0, I grew up, and I might not have been the greatest student, but maths was one of my good subjects. 0 was nothing.
that's right.
So what's round nothing?
What's round nothing?
Why don't they just call it
all
round
about?
1 and then go to round 2, round 3? I understand what they're trying to do, and I think they've got the right model. They're trying to promote the games interstate.
Yeah.
Bit of rivalry going there. But
Yeah.
you go, why are we calling it round 0?
That's right.
That just doesn't, 0
No, that's
means
right.
nothing. So if we're engaging the fans more, now I'm being negative, but if it's round 1, I'm up and about.
Yeah.
Round 0. As soon as I hear the rule 0, it's like, soft.
Yeah.
We need to play soft.
Yeah.
You go, well, we're in trouble if we play soft, aren't we?
Yeah.
So just different words, I reckon, have
I don't
ring
know.
ring
Mate, I
differently
don't know.
with
I don't
people.
know.
Hey, mate, I want to bring in this new segment.
Yeah.
I had a
Okay.
bit of a chat with you the other day about it.
Yep.
We're all, just for the viewers again, you've got 2 minutes. I'm going to ask you a question.
Yep.
and you've got to get through it in 2 minutes. And if
Well,
you're not at the end of 2 minutes,
hard for
just
me,
got to cut. Oh, well, that may be some of the reason I'm doing it. But you just go, we'll pick a subject and go, okay, here's the lead in.
Yep.
Give me your opinion. You're off the cuff. We haven't given you a chance to think about it. And you go, and there's subjects that you'll be across because it's all sporty stuff. So you're up for it. You're ready to have a crack.
Let's do it.
All right. I've got to set the timer.
Oh, right. Timer.
I'm right on this.
Got a timer on me.
So I'll ask you the question.
Yeah.
Then I'll give you 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. First question, mate. Day-night Test Series cricket.
Yeah.
They're talking about having at least one of those in the Test Series using the pink ball.
Yeah.
Are we slowly edging towards no more 5-day Test cricket?
No. No, I don't think we are. I think Test cricket is alive and well. I think it's made a massive comeback. The pink ball test, I think, has to stay. That has to stay because it's exciting. Wickets are falling. There's no dead tracks where, the bat dominates the ball. This is, to me, the pink ball's real cricket. That's cricket at its toughest because, there are various times during the day where that ball is going to do different things and you have to adapt. As a batsman, you have to adapt. Same with a bowler. You have to adapt. Now, they say, Australia's got an advantage because they, the pink ball and what. No. You have your own pink ball test. You're allowed to do it. We're not the only country with a pink ball. You can have a pink ball too. But I do notice, Phil, that the women's test against India was a pink baller.
Yep.
Just finished. Only finished the other day, which Australia won. Alyssa Healy. I don't think Test cricket is dead at all. I think Test cricket is...
No, I'm not suggesting it's dead.
No.
I'm saying are we going to see more day-nighters? So we've got one. Are we going to get to 2? Are we going to get to 3 and then maybe a couple of 5 days?
Yeah, I'm not sure that'll happen. I don't know. I think traditionally, the Test matches I don't think you could have a day-night Boxing Day. I think you could. Your Boxing Days are your 10 o'clock in the morning. You get up in the morning, as we all do. Boxing Day, you turn the TV on, and there's the covers on the pitch because it's raining in Melbourne. Now, what else would you want? Because that happens every year. It's like a raffle. You get up in the morning and go, no, put the TV, no, there's the covers are on. But no, I think it's a one test thing.
Yep.
The pink ball, the rest should stay.
Yeah, no, I've got a feeling that we'll still have a 5-day, which may be the Boxing Day test because it's tradition.
Yeah,
and I reckon in, I want to say 7 years, they'll all be
pink ball
day-nighters.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Well, it's just the economics of it, mate.
Yeah, well, mate, you've got to remember that these pink ball tests are going for 3 days.
All right, that's it. That's all you had.
Okay.
You can't go with any more. All right. Now, North Melbourne play Power, your boys.
Yes.
On Sunday.
Yep.
Is it doom and gloom? Whoever loses, is it season over for them?
Bumper to bumper down whatever street it is, Arden Street. For that one, they'll be bumper to bumper. No, well, it's doom and gloom for everybody at the moment. You just mentioned it yourself.
No, it shouldn't be, but I'm saying, do you reckon that will be the reaction?
Yeah, I do. If Port lose on the weekend, they will come for them from all angles. And if North lose, then all of a sudden Clarko is under the pump.
Well, he's already under the pump.
I know he's going to be under the pump a bit more, isn't he?
Wowee.
I mean,
wowee.
Look at the coaches already that are under the pump.
6 of them.
Vossi,
There's 6.
Yeah, they're all, you're gone.
Oh.
You can't win it. Brisbane can't win 3 in a row now. They got beat the other night. They got shown up. It's round 0, for God's sake. Although they did lose quite a few players, Brisbane. So, their things aren't looking all that good. But still, it's round 0.
How many games in? Then how many games in do you reckon before you start thinking?
I think you've got to go to round 6. I think you've got to get around 6 before you get a good look at where you're at. I think you've got to go to about round 6, and then you can start to go, hang on a minute, you boys are in a bit of strife here, because I think Port's got a pretty good draw for a change.
And that plays a big part.
It does.
Yep.
They're doom and glooming on Carlton at the moment, but I think Carlton play... Richmond, Melbourne, North Melbourne. So there you go. So in 3 weeks' time, they could be saying, Vossi will win the flag. He's going to win the flag. See, because they're saying now, don't judge him on that game, just gone. Judge him on the next 3. Oh, no. You're playing 3 teams that, will finish 16th, 17th, 18th next 3. So you can't even say that. I think out of all those coaches and all those teams, I think they're the ones that are in strife.
All right, your time's up. Time that
The
beautifully,
Blues.
mate. I want to ask you this: concussion. If we're serious about concussion, which that's if you look at the penalties that are currently going to get handed out for anything that brings concussion, so they want to try and clean it up.
Yep, they do.
The number one thing of mine watching games that can cause concussion is the knee in the back of the head, the high mark, knee in the back of the head. That appears to me to be the most dangerous one.
Yeah.
I can't see them ever taking it out because it's such a massive part of the game.
Can't take it out.
So, well, if you can't take it out, then we're not that serious, are we?
Well,
we're taking out the other stuff. We're not taking out the one that can do it the most.
That's right. But you haven't got a game, Phil. You take that out, you got no game.
I'm not arguing.
You're already. I think we're already in strife with all the rule changes and whatever with the game. I think the game to me the other day, one of the games, I think it might have been Collingwood, it looked like a Gaelic game. I'm serious about that. Yeah. I looked at that going, what is going on here? All they're doing is chippy here, chippy there, chip over there, chip over here, chip over there. They took 147 marks or some rubbish. That's rubbish football to me. That is absolute rubbish. And it's because of rule changes. If you brought this one in about the concussion, okay, if you go up and take the mark of the year, but unfortunately my knee catches Phil Smythe's bonce and knocks him out, you're not paying the mark and we're going to report you as well. What? So, no.
I don't think they're going to take it out, but I'm going.
I know what you're saying.
Are we serious or not serious?
Mate, I know what you're saying. Look at Harris Andrews.
Yep.
The swinging arm.
Oh, please.
Now, he could have got him across the chest and we would not have heard a thing about it. But he got him high. Got him in the head.
Yep. Anything in the head. Yeah. So then you can say,
I think that's reckless.
You can say you can take the high mark, but if you need the bloke in the back of the head, then you're going to get some games. You're going to get some games.
See, rule changes, mate.
Come
on.
We're at it then. Rule changes.
Yeah.
Too many. We're going to have a period where we don't change any rules. Some of them have actually been quite good.
Yeah.
Some of them not so good. I know you love the stand. That's your favourite rule change.
It's the worst thing that's ever been brought into our game. That is the worst rule that's ever been brought into the game.
You've only got 2 minutes.
I don't care, mate, because this rule was brought in by someone who couldn't get a kick.
Yep.
I'm telling you that now, because how ridiculous does that look when a player takes a mark, umpire tells that guy to stand and allows the player who's taken a mark just to take off and do what he wants. Now, that is complete garbage to me. That is just, I look at that and I go, now, the first 3 times that was paid on the weekend, and I watched every game of round 0, the first 3 times that was paid, 2 of them were just completely ridiculous, resulted in goals.
Oh, 50 metre?
Yep. Now, mate, that's too big a price to pay. I don't care what anyone says. For a guy who, it's stupidity. And they're saying the players will adapt. No, they won't. I'll tell you who'll adapt, the coaches.
Oh, yeah.
They'll adapt. They're the ones that'll adapt. The
Absolutely.
players, and now, the players are standing there now going like that. Now, last year, that's 50 metres. This year, it's just completely gone. That's gone. I saw 100 players do it on the weekend. What? What's that all about? No. Stand here. Stand over there. Don't give me that rule. Get rid of the rule. Get rid of that rule. It's killing the game. In my opinion, that is killing the game. Whereas the other rule, which was the last touch out of bounds, I think that's a good rule. Because what you found was the players were trying to keep the ball in. Therefore, we get more play. Therefore, whatever. But I think the ball ups average went from something like ball up and throw-ins. 70 per game to 55 or something. So all of a sudden, you've got more footy. So that rule, good. Stand rule, shove it where the sun don't shine.
All right. Well, you're running out of time. You have to stick with the shove it. You're running out of time.
I'm unhappy now.
All right. State of Origin, mate. Did you like it? Didn't like it? So is it in a bad time slot or you don't want to see it at all? Keep it going, don't want to see it, or bad time slot?
No, I don't think we need it. I don't think we need it. I thought the game was a bit soft. I thought the game was
a nice game.
Nice game. And that's about it. Phil, we're not into footy at that stage. We're into it, but we're not into it, if you know what I mean. This is pre-season. This is, we're still, we're not really into it. It's like round 0. Are we into it, or are we ready to go, or we're not ready to go?
So then could you look at playing it the bye weekend before the grand final? So obviously the players who are in the grand final can't play in it.
Yeah. Well, then you haven't got a state of origin. Then you haven't got a true
State of origin.
If you leave players out that are playing in the grand final, no one will watch it. No one will go.
So are we state of origin every time we play? Every weekend, Port Adelaide go and play Carlton. Is that South Australia, Victoria? It's a bit of state of origin stuff. So I know we're trying to get what New South Wales and Queensland have with a rugby league.
Never get it.
But the only thing is there's only 2 teams playing. There's no Victorian teams playing in the state of origins, New South Wales versus Queensland. So if you had state of origin, it was only South Australia v Victoria.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want that if you were... No.
Don't need it. Don't need it. We don't need it. I don't think we need state of origin at all. A lot of people will go, oh, look, it was great. We had it.
Yeah.
We had state of origin where it was massive.
Yes.
And then we let it go.
Well, it was
now, if you let things go like that, it's very hard to get them back.
Yeah, it was pre-AFL, though. So once you've got the AFL, you've got all the state rivalries happening.
That's right. But it's very hard to resurrect something once you kill it, to bring it back. You know, it's very difficult to do. So I think I watched half that game. The only thing I was interested in was Big George not getting injured.
Yeah.
George out. I just didn't want George to get injured. Or Zach Butters, and couldn't care less about the rest.
All right, last one on footy. The umpires now having the stat sheet for the Brownlow medal votes. In favour or not?
Yeah, no, absolutely in favour, providing it gets used the right way. In other words, if I'm sitting there after the game, I've just done 120 minutes of footy, I'm knackered, I've come into the rooms, they hand me a stat sheet, I look at it and I see Phil Smythe, 28 kicks, which would be a record for you.
Yeah, it would be.
Right? 28 kicks. Well, that's pretty impressive. We might give him a vote. Well, hang on. 19 of those were kick-ins from 19 behinds.
Yep.
So Phil really only had 9, you know, really. And 2 of those are contested. So Phil's lucky to get a game, let alone...
Well, look at on the stat sheet.
Exactly.
I was pretty happy with my 28 kicks,
exactly
mate. You've shot me down now.
But you know going all right. You know what I'm saying here?
Oh, yeah.
That give them the stats, but as long as they use it correctly. Don't give some bloke, you know. We had a player for Port Adelaide who used to rack 'em up, but couldn't kick over a jam tin. And he won 3 or 4 best and fairest.
Yeah.
So don't ever talk to me about stats.
I think it's a good guide for them. I nearly think listening to you, and I'm trying to think, how would I do it? I go, well, if I was the umpires, and they're fatigued after the game.
Yeah, absolutely fatigued.
If they've been focused on the game, I still don't know how they could decide who the best players were when they're so absorbed in umpiring the game.
Yeah.
So I'm defending them on that. But if they're going to pick it, then give us your 3 votes.
Yeah.
And then get the stat sheet and see if they confirm your 3 votes.
Yeah,
and if not, you go, well, you know, I had 3 or 4 that could have been 4, could have been 3. Oh, maybe 4 based on that gets a bit better of a nod.
It's a bit ugly now, though, Phil, with a bloke like Nick Dacos, who didn't win the medal in the State of Origin, where he just completely dominated.
But people argue the stats. They'll argue the stats.
I think he's under the pump, poor old Nick, because now he has to get 60 before he gets 3 votes, I reckon. Because I think if that guy plays every game this year, he wins it by a mile. Dacos. He wins the Brownlow by 40 miles.
Well, he's pretty tough.
There you go.
South Australia taking the MotoGP off of Melbourne. I would imagine you would have been devastated that we'd taken that away from Melbourne and managed to bring it here, which is absolutely outstanding.
That's terrible. Yeah, that's terrible. That's shocking, Malinauskas. What are you doing there, you know? Look, I think we're taking over and people might have a crack at us for saying it, but look what SA's got at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Have a look at what South Australia's doing as far as sport goes on the national stage. We've got everything. It's about everything. The only thing we haven't got, and we don't want it anyway, is the Formula One because it costs too much money. You can keep that one. We actually gave that to you. Yeah. People say you stole it and you brag, but, you know, that was a brilliant move by our people, not your people. So I don't mind the MotoGP. I think that's great. But have they decided where that's going to be held? I think it's going to be a street race.
Yeah, that's
going to be in town.
Yep.
Well, then, unbelievable.
Be brilliant.
I know that the boys out at Taylor Ben want it, but...
oh, that is magnificent. If you get a chance to go out to that motorsport and have a look at that, even if you're not into motorsports, just go into the museum. Yeah. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. But I'll come back quickly because travelling around a lot, been around Australia a fair bit in the last couple of months, every sporty person I talk to, I love South Australia at the moment.
Yeah.
Gee, you guys are just killing it, aren't you? You're the sporting capital.
Always have.
We're taking the sporting capital away. I mean, it's always been Melbourne that's been the sporting capital, but it doesn't matter which state I'm in, they're going, I'm coming over for Gather Round, or I'll be over for the GP, or I'll be over for LIV Golf, or I'll be over for this. So,
it's,
they go,
mate,
I know
tour
what
down
you're doing
under.
over there, mate, but we love what you're doing.
The tour down under. It goes on and on and on and on and on. And the thing is with SA, and not being, I might be a little parochial or whatever, but is that we do it well. That's the key to it all.
Yep.
We don't make any mistakes. There's no event where you go, hang on, I could have done that a bit better. I mean, look at LIV. LIV's a prime example of the people that you're getting into the country now just for the LIV Golf.
All right, let's talk about the LIV Golf. Your 2 minutes expired on that one. LIV Golf, it's been fantastic here. Why a group of people against the LIV Golf? I don't understand it.
Who knows?
I don't want the golf courses altered, or it interferes with my backyard.
Mate, come on,
Because what it does for the exposure of South Australia on the world stage.
Massive.
This is on the world stage.
It's massive.
I don't understand a couple of weeks or a week of what, I know there's a lot more that go around it because, the construction stuff to settle up takes more time, and then it's a couple of months in there. But I just don't understand why we're opposed to LIV Golf.
It's unbelievable, mate. I watch a lot of American sports, American TV sports shows, and all that sort of thing. And when they talk about Adelaide, it's like, oh, look, we're looking forward to going to Adelaide. And it's not, once upon a time, it was, where the hell is Adelaide?
Yep.
Now it's just like it rolls off the tongue. Oh, no, we'll be in Adelaide. We're looking forward to going to Adelaide. I think what we do here is brilliant. Our events people deserve the greatest pat on the back because we do it well. If we get the MotoGP here, it will be done well. No drama. It'll be massive.
World stage.
Tour down under, world stage. Right? LIV is world stage. They're all world stage, mate.
Yep.
So no, we do it well. And LIV will move to Kooyonga next year, and that is a fantastic golf course, mate. That is just, if we think Granger's good, I'll be interested to see how they set it up, the logistics of it all. But Kooyonga is one unbelievable golf course, and the players will love it. They love it anyway.
Yep.
They know that Australia's, including Melbourne here, have got some of the best courses in the world, not just, whatever. Yeah. And your great players say it. Tiger says it. Rory says it. Hey, you got to go play the Sandbelt courses in Adelaide or in Melbourne, because they're just unbelievable. So no, we do it well and live on. I'll tell you a little.
Live on.
Well, someone was saying,
got 10 seconds.
Well, I was going to tell you a little money story about LIV. But,
all right. Well, I'll give you an extra 30 seconds for your money story.
There's a fellow over here who looks after a group of players from a certain country that come over every. Obviously, they play in the LIV from South Africa. And one of the questions asked of one of the guys was, "Are you worried about the money running out? Is there going to be? They're not making a lot of money. Do they make a profit here and whatever?" And he said, "See that guy standing over there with a white hat on? That guy over there." He puts 9696 on his golf ball. It's what he writes on his golf ball. Some people put lines or dots and whatever, just to recognise your ball. And he said the reason he puts 9696 is because the last deal he did with oil and whatever was worth $96 billion.
Probably not going to run out.
Billion. So don't worry about money. What's he saying? Don't worry about the money. These boys just want to spend their money. They don't care whether make a dollar profit or whatever. They couldn't care less, mate. I got $96 billion. So don't worry about the money.
Yeah, well, that was worth an extra 30 seconds. Yeah. Last one for you. Adelaide 36ers are off to a good start, mate. Can they win the championship?
I think they can, providing
Bryce Cotton.
Yeah, Bryce Cotton. He's a key. He's obviously a key. That was a brilliant game the other night against South.
Terrific.
Yeah, they were really good. And they can win it. There's some tests here. Melbourne are a test again this week or whenever they play. Saturday, Sydney obviously are a massive challenge, if you like. But yeah, if Bryce Cotton stays hot, they win it.
One player.
They win it.
You reckon one player can win it?
Because he brings so many players into the game.
Yep.
He does. It's not only him scoring, But he does some amazing things on the golf course.
On the golf course. Yeah.
Here I go.
I don't know if Cots plays golf.
Well, I'll bet you if he's good at that, he can play golf. No worry. So I think they can, mate. You're the basketball man. Where do you sit with it?
They've got enough talent to win it. And the teams that are in it now are all talented. So they're all talented, but there's enough. They've got better than some that are in it. So the remaining 4 teams, they're not the 4th team. They might be 1 or 2. I think Sydney look like the form team right now. So if you're basing it on form going in, then Sydney have got it, and they've got a couple of other avenues that they can be destructive in. It was a brilliant game against Perth. Phoenix worry me because they were able to get Adelaide a couple of times during the season.
Yes, they did. 20 pointers as well.
I was happy that Adelaide won at home because I think had they have lost, it would have been really difficult for them. I think next game's a tough one, but then they get them back in Adelaide again. So they certainly advance. Talent for talent. It'd be interesting to see if you put the names down on paper. I think Adelaide have just got a little bit more than the other teams, but that doesn't always equate to winning it. But they're around the mark. They're going to be well. They're there. They're in the 4th, so they're close.
You say that we lose this week, go to South Melbourne. We're going to come back. We play in Adelaide again.
Yep, win that one.
You've been there. You've done this, and we hear it so many times. What about your home crowd? Do they lift you and all this sort of stuff? Now, I listen to that, and you hear it regularly on the sport calendar. You hear, oh, look, the crowd. They were marvellous. They lifted us. Well, bullshit. I'm sorry. But, Phil, come on. When you're on the court, you don't hear this stuff. You don't hear you might hear a big roar, but that doesn't, I don't know, mate. That's what I'm asking you. I mean.
Oh, you played Shield cricket, mate. Was it an advantage playing at Adelaide Oval versus playing at the MCG?
No, mate, because you're too worried about getting your head knocked off by some mad quick.
So there's familiarity that helps you. The crowd gets, once they get the adrenaline going and the crowd joins in, you can get a bit of a lift on that, no doubt. But it can impact the other way because if you're used to winning and suddenly you're not winning and the crowd goes dead quiet, that can actually impact the other way.
Exactly.
So the crowds do have some bearing in that space. The other part is it's the home court. It's playing on your environment there. If you're playing at Adelaide Oval, you're used to the scoreboard being there. You're kind of familiar, comfortable would maybe be the word with the ground.
Sleep in your own bed, all that sort of thing.
They're the advantages in playing at home. The crowd help. They do help. There's no doubt.
All right.
It's hard to get a gauge on how much. But I'm a believer in that they definitely help. You'd rather be playing at home with your crowd than playing away with the opposition crowd.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get you one here.
All right.
I want to hop into
2-minute. Right.
I want to hop into.
Give it to me.
The Australian Grand Prix.
Love the
Oscar Piastri. Now, mate, how many television sets were turned off when he wrecked his car in the practice lap? I'll give you one.
You turned yours off? Yeah. I've got to be honest. I didn't have the same passion for it when he wasn't in it. Still interested because it's such it's a major event. But, maybe if we were in France and it happened in France or you're in Monte Carlo, you go, it's disappointing. But I think because he's an Aussie guy and we're in Australia and he's in Melbourne, we're all gassed up to watch our boy, because we've adopted him do really well. So I reckon it would have had some impact for sure. I think people would have watched the start because the start's brilliant and then gone, I'm not that interested now that Oscar's not in it. Or done what you've done and gone, I don't really care now.
Well, mate, I couldn't believe he did it.
I don't think you could believe he did it.
Let's not let the guy off here. I mean, this guy is a highly paid driver of one of the toughest sports in the world.
I don't know if it was his fault. Might have been mechanical. Could have been mechanical.
Well, it wasn't mechanical.
Well,
no.
When you're paying millions of dollars, you don't blame the car, do you?
He was talking about, maybe the tyres weren't warm enough or mate, you are a driver. You know this stuff. Don't give me this garbage. I don't know, mate, whether he got a bit nervy, a bit jumpy. I don't know. Home Grand Prix.
Could be unlucky.
Well,
I don't know. I subscribe, and we all make mistakes. Even the best in the world make mistakes.
We do. I made one in 1955, I think it was. Or somewhere
that was the only one?
No, I think it was the only one I can remember.
And the reason it was a mistake was you thought you'd made a mistake. That was the mistake.
Yeah.
I reckon there's a little bit more in it than just he made the mistake. I think he may have some influence in that area, but I got a feeling there were a couple of other things that were going as well. I just think he's too good to have it happened the way it happened.
Yeah.
So, and you never, mate, how can you come out? You can say the car got a flat tyre, the car mechanical problems when they're in the race, and
Yeah.
to say right at the start, oh, there's an error there.
Yeah.
Not sure. But I'm like you. It didn't grab me the way it would have had he have been in the race. I would have watched the whole race to watch him.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Okay. Yeah, well, and the same. I mean, I thought, look, he was a chance as well.
Yeah.
So it's not as if he's going to be at the back of the pack and, whatever. The guy was he was a serious chance. And he blew it, and he blew me as well. I turned him off. I didn't want to know him anymore.
God, you're brutal, aren't you, mate?
Well, mate,
Not mistaken,
mate.
you finished it.
It's a practice lap.
All right, that's it. How many coaches have you got rid of in the AFL, mate? You've got rid of Oscar.
Got rid of all of them.
All gone.
I've got to give a shout out here to, and I mean this because it's a credit to our state once again, to the South Australian boys. There's a recent tournament just played, a co-sanctioned event between Japan and the Japanese tour and the Australasian tour.
Yep.
It was called the Japan Australasian Championship. Massive field, $1 million purse. And it's the first time that these two tours have joined,
right?
Whatever. And the rewards are amazing.
Yep.
They're life-changing as far as you getting into fields and, big events around the world.
Yep.
So it's a massive event. We had 3 South Australian boys in there,
Righto.
and I'll name them. Jack Thompson, Jack Buchanan, who we've had on our program, and Locky Barker.
Right.
Might have been Locky we had.
Yep.
Can't remember. It was one of those guys we definitely had on our program. Young boys, whatever.
Yep.
Jack Thompson lost in a playoff.
Wow.
A 5-hole playoff. It went 5 extra holes before Travis Smythe, another Australian boy, I think he's from, I'm not sure where Travis from, but a journeyman, really good player, really good golfer. And the other boys would have finished top 10.
Wow.
Barker and Buchanan, but they were in the mix coming to the last day with one of the strongest fields, real strong field. So I had to shout out to those guys because
well done.
I was glued to it.
Yeah.
Because I know the kids, they're good friends of my lads and whatever, and I've watched them come through.
Yep.
And whatever, and as juniors all the way through, I watched and followed their progress. Well, their progress is amazing. I know that Jack Buchanan has done some great things in America with the college system over there. Locky Barker is just a really good player, but Jack Thompson is he was clubhouse leader for a couple of hours there. He just sat there waiting at 15 under to see if anybody could match that 15 under, which Travis Smythe did on the 18th, and then they played 5 extra holes before it was, and it's $1 million purse.
Well,
that's life changing. But a shout out to the 3 South Australian.
Might get a couple of those boys in over the course of the next 12 months.
There's no doubt we will. Once they get home.
Yep.
I'll get Jack. We will. We'll get them in, no problem at all. Because these boys are, and the reason I say it, mate, is because they're ones to follow. They're ones to keep your eye on because they're not just flash in the pan players that will do this one. That they are serious.
Consistently going to be
players around the mark, and you could throw another kid called Jack Carter in that mix as well, who is also, I think he did. He had a hole in one at some tournament not long ago, won a car. So
get it going. Well, mate, I did hear you talking to Bill Threadgold on the way in, and you had your son working with him, and
he's working with Bill.
Any chance we'll see Bill playing in any of these events, mate? Bit of pressure on your son to get him there?
To get him there, to get Bill there. It's a lot of pressure on my son to get Bill there. but
he said his game had improved, though.
Well, that's the idea of it.
Yep.
As Alex said, all he wanted to do with Bill was to get him on the course and enjoying his golf. So, and to enjoy your golf, mate, you got to be able to. It's like they say when you play golf and you play 18 holes of the worst golf you've ever played in your life, and you hit your last shot from 160 metres out and you put it within a foot, that will bring you back next week. And that's exactly what happens in golf. It's a shocking game.
Hey, just quickly before we go, because you touched it on there, enjoy your golf, enjoy your footy, enjoy your basketball, whatever it is, enjoy. At some time, are we not enjoying it?
Yeah.
Are we so focused on the win and the loss deciding the enjoyment of the game?
Yeah. I couldn't agree more with that.
Are we losing the perspective a little bit?
Yeah, look. I looked at the AFL on the weekend and in round 0, and found myself not enjoying it as much as I normally do, and that really worried me. It was Why am I not enjoying this? It didn't look like. I think our game. I think I've just got the stand rule stamped on my head.
You might have. I need some time to think about and analyse why that's the case, because it's such a great positive thing for kids to get involved in at school at early ages in any sport. Sport's great for people, to engage
fantastic.
in it. It's supposed to have, and I get that the more professional you come, the harder it is to enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's so much negativity around it at the moment that we're taking away a lot of the joy. I'm not expecting you to, walk out the stadium, that was fantastic, even though we lost. I understand that, but still go, I really enjoyed going to the game.
Yeah.
Like, it was a great game of footy.
Yeah.
So if you look at last weekend, Brisbane lose to the Bulldogs by a kick.
I thought that was enjoyable. I thought that was a great game of footy.
And you walk out and you watch the people filter out of the Gabba and and you go, so the expectation, because they've won the last two, is now up.
Doom and
so
gloom.
now it's all, but it's so much negativity when you listen to shows about, there's nothing wrong with every now and then, critiquing it.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, it's just been a barrage over the last decade of this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Are we suddenly getting we're taking the joy away from the game? At a high level.
I think there's a very good chance of that. Yeah.
So,
but I just think you touched on it earlier. We're mucking around with the game too much. Let the game. Yeah.
We'll get an AFL umpire in or an umpire in the next couple of weeks, and we'll ask him some of the questions we've raised here. But then for them, how difficult it is for them. Rule changes, and the players are creatures of habit.
Yeah.
And now we've changed it on them again, so it's going to take them a while to adjust. Then it's got to take the umpires.
That's a good point.
Surely it takes the umpires the same to adjust as well.
The only time I stood and clapped was when Zorko got the footy late in that game, took a mark in the middle of the ground, took a couple of steps to go. The player on the mark took a couple of steps at him, and then he came back as well. And everyone go, oh, that's 50 me, he can't move and all that. Yet the umpire let it go. The umpire did not pay, and if I could stand up because of my back, I couldn't stand up and clap, so I had to lay down and clap. But I thought, yes, there's some common sense umpiring. Because what's happening is, the player gets the footy and he goes like that. So the player on the mark automatically goes like that.
Yeah.
Now, if he does that now, he's gone. The guy on the mark. An umpire who's umpiring by the rule book will go 50 metres. Bang, you're gone. And then the player goes, what? Now, what's that, descent? 100 metres. I mean, let the game stop. Pull back. Let them... Let the players...
It's hard to enjoy the game if you don't understand the rules.
The players have been hamstrung, mate. You can see the look on the players' faces. Those three blokes that got done, they're going, was it me?
Yeah.
They all did the same thing.
Interesting question to ask the umpires. The reaction he's getting out on the field of the players going, well, what am I doing wrong here? Because they speak to him before the season starts and they get all that. But again, if I've been doing it a certain way for a certain period of time, it can't change. It's like the ruckman right now. Very difficult for the ruckman not to put his foot on the line, because the last thing he's been looking at for the last 5 or 7 years has been rucking.
Exactly.
So
anyway. I didn't mind that ruck rule.
No, I don't mind.
We didn't talk about.
I like the ruck rule. It'll take a while. Once it comes in, it'll be good.
Like I said, the only thing I'm concerned with is that stand rule.
No, you love it.
But if we did a poll, and if every football supporter in the country got involved in the poll to say stand rule, yes or no, well, how much would the no win by?
Fair bit.
They win by a mile. Well, it's like you're welcome to country and all these things that the AFL get involved with, that they say, well, we don't care what the punters say, we like it. So we're going to do it.
People like it better when we're not here, so we're finishing up there.
We're done.
All right.
Good to see you
Catch
again,
up
mate.
in the next couple of weeks. Hope your back gets better. Good luck with the surgery.
And you just make sure the discipline in Brisbane is a bit better than what you've left them. You've left them in a shambles.
I'll be all over that. All right, that's my role.
Good to see you, mate.
See you, mate.
Now, folks. Get up, mate. You want to be on all the time. Like, share, subscribe. That really helps us out. Don't worry about what Bazz says. Like, share, subscribe.